Bun is not yet feature complete, but there is a mocking library with which we can at least get the fake timers feature running. Recently I recorded a video discussing the topic whether Bun is ready for unit testing. You can find it up here. In this video I mentioned that Bun test doesn't yet implement the fake timers feature. This is a big problem if we use timers or intervals throughout our implementation code. In Jest and Vitest we have the fake timers, which enable us to advance in virtual time. So we don't really have to waste time within our tests waiting for timers to be executed. But we are in precise control when which timers callback function should be executed. You can simply enable this feature via Jest use fake timers or V use fake timers. So how can we close this gap in Bun test? There's a standalone mocking library called SinonJS, which provides some mocking capabilities. Among those, there's also a fake timers implementation. We can simply install the npm package with our bun install command. Let's have a look at this example test using fake timers in Vitest. As mentioned before, we can simply enable fake timers via v.useFakeTimers. To have a clean slate for every test within this test suite, we clear all the pending timers and we reset the system time to 0. In this example test we want to verify that we can advance our timers by a certain time span. So for this we set up a sleep timer for 1 second and then we call the advanced timers by time function with 1 second. Then we assert that the sleeping promise resolves by awaiting this promise. Afterwards we can also check whether the system time has also advanced by 1 second. So let's now translate this test suite to Bun test with SinonJS. First we create a clock with our own helper function called fake timers. We will come back to the implementation of fake timers in a second. As we can see, the implementation of the test itself is very similar to the one in Vitest. The only difference is that we use clock.tick instead of advanced timers by time with 1 second. It's that simple. And here is our fake timers implementation. First we create our clock with the install function from SinonFakeTimers. This will replace all the global timer functions like setTimeout, setInterval, setImmediate and so on, like v.useFakeTimers does. Before each test we reset our clock to start from a clean slate. And when the test finishes, we want to uninstall all the fake timers that were installed before. After this setup we return the clock, which we can use to manipulate our time. Well, it seems to work for this simple example. But what about more complex tests? Are we safe to use SinonJS? Or will we eventually hit major limitations? SinonJS has been around for a long time and it has a very complete mocking API. It covers a good part of what we can test with Jest and Vitest fake timers. Here's a list of which Vitest function maps to which SinonJS function. You can either screenshot it or visit my blog post in the description below. I don't know about you, but I never used one of those Vitest features which are missing in SinonJS. This all sounds very promising, but there are some pitfalls as well, which we should be aware of. First, you may have noticed that we used our own sleep implementation. It is based on the standard setTimeout function. This is because SinonFakeTimers will not work with the sleep function from Bun. This introduces a minor restriction for our implementation code. Second, to make the migration of fake timers easy when they eventually ship with Bun test, we should stay as close as possible to the Jest or Vitest fake timers API. There are some features in SinonJS which are not available in Jest or Vitest. For example, you can pass a duration as a human-readable string to the clock.tick method. And you can also skip timers with the clock.jump method. So All in all, Sinon can be a good solution for the missing fake timers feature in Vitest. This is great news, because there's one reason less that keeps us from using Vitest. When the test isolation, or at least the unmocking of mocked modules, makes it into Vitest, Vitest can really be a serious alternative to existing test runners. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Never stop learning, and see you in the next video.